Welcome back, everyone. So I know something. My cat's sleeping.
He's like lying down on the ground right there. Hey, let's get going.
But yeah, so gives us a quick heads up. I did get all the grubs, and I got one of the other charms just because it could be decent.
Okay.
It's where if I dash through an enemy like that, it will damage them. I don't have it equipped.
All right.
I just figured it might come in handy, so I might use it.
All right.
But I really want to get the grub guy.
All right, well, let's hop right into it, I suppose, Steven.
Yeah, we're doing a sex dungeon.
We have another patented sex dungeon episode, which you're not going to be able to jerk off to. I should probably mention that right off the bat.
You'd be surprised.
Is this a sexy one?
There's a few fan service moments.
All right, cool. Well, we are talking about Overlord.
Yeah, this is a very popular show, which it just started its third season, so I figured I'd finally, do it.
So this is Steve reviewing a show, and by that we mean he tells you everything that happens in the show.
In the first season.
Yeah, in the first season. So if you
I'm skipping a lot because there's a lot of little stuff.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Yeah. So go ahead, start with episode 1.
Episode 1, ending. All right.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know this subgenre in anime where people get stuck in video games, but
that's like Gundam or something.
No. Gundam's giant mechs.
What am I thinking of?
Is that it's Dot Hack maybe?
No. It was an old show. It's at least 15 years old.
Can't really think of it.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a genre where people get stuck in games.
Yeah, so it's the end of what's known as Yggdrasil, and the guy.
Yggdrasil.
Yeah, and the main character, who I'm going to call Skeletor, because he's literally just a fucking skeleton. He has a guild, and all of his guild mates just slowly quit the game, and it's like, well, I guess I'm the only one left. And everyone, hello.
Oh, God. What happened?
He ate all the grubs.
Why did he eat all the grubs? Can you get him back?
No. There's a big debate online about whether it was actually a good or bad thing.
Saving the grubs?
Yeah, it's like, it could be just biology doing biology.
I'm sad now.
You can still hear them in the stomach.
Aww.
And they don't sound frightened or anything. So it might be how they evolve or some shit. Yeah, so the game's ending, and the big thing about it is it's like a really popular MMO. And the main character is like the strongest of the strongest in the world. And he... let me try this. Get rid of quick focus quickly.
I'd like to bring up something. Guess whose birthday it is?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, nice.
Good guess.
By the way, I'm Link.
Oh, hey, like that shit. Is that like you have to be at full health
Yes.
for it? Right, yeah.
So, goodbye. But yeah, so it's ending, and he spends his final day like, well, I guess I'll live in my tomb.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Which is like 10 fucking floors deep.
It's so sad. That reminds me of when Toontown was ending.
Yeah.
Guess what they did for the ending of Toontown?
They blew it up with a meteor like in Final Fantasy 14.
No, they did nothing. They just sort of told everyone it was stopping, and everyone was together like, bye guys, and then they all lost connection, and that was it.
Right, yeah. So it's ending, and the guy's sad about it.
Okay.
Next.
Next point is grinding for mats. Oh, fuck.
So they have an ancient relic, which everyone in the guild spent months grinding. Some of them quit their jobs. Some of them took all their vacation days. Some of them got into arguments with their wives or them playing the game too much.
It's so unrealistic. You're telling me someone's married?
Yeah.
This is bullshit. Their kids no longer love them. Okay, so... grinding for mats, Steve?
Yeah, so they spend all the time to get, like, this godly tier weapon, which can do, like, all sorts of shit, apparently. He just kind of uses it as just, like, a plot convenient thing. You're like, yeah, it can just do that.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's see. After that, we got edit characters.
Alright, so in the guild, they have a bunch of NPCs, which they can apparently just edit and give them, like, quirks and stuff. Like, oh, yeah, I want you to, like, be into this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he just does that to, like, the most powerful one of them all. Because it's this kind of good-looking chick, and just at the very end of her description, it's like, she's also a bitch. And the main character's like, no. So he accidentally makes it like, you will love me forever.
Oh, fuck. And an 18+.
Oh, so the game ended.
Yay!
Yeah, and then the guy is still stuck there, because otherwise, you know, the show would just be over. So what happens... Fuck. So what happens is, all the NPCs are there, and they all are sentient now, and they realize that the guy made them all.
Yeah.
And now the chick is really horny for him because of the thing. So he's like, well, I think we're still in the game, but there's only one way to check. So he grabs the chick's boobs because the game won't let you do that.
Alright, well then.
And that's episode 1.
Great. Fucking stellar. Episode 2, Meeting.
The meeting, they just had, like, all the big people that were created, like, come together and be like, yeah, let's talk about what our goal is, because, like, let's be honest, we didn't really think this through. Fuck. And what ends up happening is just you get introduced to a lot of characters. It's just him, like, building the world a bit of the thing, which I don't really think we need to go too much into.
Right.
At least for season 1. I thought it'd be more important.
Number 1.
So Skeletor has 2 waifus. Bitch waifu and Dracula waifu. And they both argue over who's going to be the number 1 waifu.
This reminds me of Twilight somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, they both argue over who's going to be number 1 waifu because obviously they both get to be a waifu. It's like, the great Skeletor can't have just one wife.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also one guy is really dedicated to trying to get the guy laid so they can have an heir just in case he leaves. Because they're all sad that everyone else left. And that made me a little happy.
So it's just like an actual, like, functioning world now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is kind of what the genre does a lot.
Scorpion dude transformed.
Alright, so the main character is like, I'm going to go outside for like a moment, and like and everyone's like, no, we can't let you do that. You could like actually die. But I'm the most powerful thing in existence. Yeah. And you could die.
Yeah.
So Scorpion dude goes out with them. So the main character goes flying, and then the Scorpion dude, who's wearing a complete suit and just has like a scorpion tail, he transforms into a fucking frog.
A frog.
So then he can have wings.
You know, I don't have a biology degree, but I can't help but notice that something's...
It really fucking confused me. I was like, why? And that's pretty much that.
Fuck it, let's take over the world.
So the guy's in the air, and he's just looking out at the entire world. It's like, yeah, I think I'll take it over. It wouldn't be that bad. So that's kind of his goal in the game. And the thing about this show is, I don't know if the main character's a good or bad guy.
Or like even after you're done with the season.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's a lot of questionable things he does, which could go like either way, in my opinion, which I think makes it fun.
Yeah.
Planned.
He's falling right into my trap now.
Yeah. After that,
episode 3, Lord Touch Me, with 1 1/3 ellipses afterwards.
So the main character's best friend in the game was Lord Touch Me.
What was freaking Stan's name? Loves to spooge from Make Love Not Warcraft.
Yeah. And they talk about him a lot, like with high regards, like Lord Touch Me. He was the mightiest of all warriors. And they just do that throughout the entire season. I should have been hit there. But yeah, fuck. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so that's just pretty much one thing, and that was his best friend in the game.
Alright. Mirror?
Alright, so the main character just has this mirror, which allows him to see, like, literally anything in the world, and he's just using it to look around. He's like, huh, that village is getting destroyed by bandits. And then he doesn't really do anything.
He's just like, alright, yeah, that fucking sucks, I guess.
Yeah, he's like that at first. And he's like, I guess I'll go save them. I got nothing else going on. Which is one of those things, like, I don't really know if he decided to save them out of the goodness of his heart, or because, you know...
Just fucking cuss?
Yeah. Because he has to act like an overlord in front of all his peers.
Did you just title drop me right now?
The thing did it.
My like God. The Perfect Disguise.
So he goes there, and he saves, like, these 2 little girls, and... Okay, I'm just gonna die. And what...
Calculated.
Yeah, that time, like, I just took way too much dumb damage. So what ended up happening was, he's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, they probably are scared to see a fucking skeleton guy literally summon undead and literally take people's hearts out.
What?
He's like, well, I got this mask I'll just put on and no one will notice. And no one notices.
Oh, fuck. He's done it.
Yeah, so he saves the entire village just by summoning an undead knight.
And putting on a mask.
Yes. Sweet. The mask was very important for some reason. Fuck.
Oh, episode 4, Hiring.
Yeah. So he saves the village, and then like the most powerful warrior in all of the land is like, yeah, so I'm about to get like assassinated. Do you want to like help me? And the main character's like, no.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that one coming.
And he's like, no. So what ends up happening is the warrior has to go fight against like the church, who wants him dead for some reason. Go figure. That's just what churches do.
Yeah.
So there's like this drawn out battle where eventually it's like the warrior's about dead, and then the guy who's gonna kill the warrior is like, I'm gonna destroy the village next because you know what? Fuck it.
Here, I'm just having an off day. I need some me time.
Yeah. So the main character hears it and is like, oh, that's really a reason for me to fucking kill you, I guess.
Yay, good enough, right, Clover?
Yeah.
Clover is dead asleep behind us right now.
So do I have anything else for that episode?
Long battle.
Okay, yeah. Anything after that?
Was I a good Overlord
Yeah,
today?
okay. So the entire battle is just him completely decimating them, where they use their ultimate move, and he's like, really? And he got hit by it, and he's like, wow, I actually fucking felt pain. Fucking hallelujah. So yeah, and at the end of it all, he just contemplates like, was I a good Overlord today? After he saved the entire village from destruction.
Oh man, like episode 5 has a singular point to it: jobs.
Yeah, this gets into like a series of episodes which I didn't really care too much about, so you know, that's good.
Okay.
So he pretty much is like, okay, I need to go undercover and get intel. So I'm going to be a warrior now because he's a spellcaster. And he's the strongest warrior in the show now.
It'll certainly make these episodes go, these Rambling Gamers episodes go faster if you don't care about explaining the anime, because whenever we hit the start record button, I mentally prepare myself for 30 minutes of Steven talking anime.
So he becomes a warrior. So he becomes a warrior with a different name, so he can spread his glory throughout the land. So he could find other players just in case they also got stuck in the world, like they haven't found anyone.
Okay.
So he pretty much just does that, and he's like the lowest rank, even though he's like busted his shit. So he joins the crew, and they go on a job.
Oh, nice.
And he just pretty much deals with everything. Next one.
Episode 6. Why does he have a bed?
So Big Waifu is just kind of sad that her husband's away, so she just sleeps in his bed, and one of the subordinates is like, why does he have a bed? And she's sleeping in it with a fucking anime body pillow of the Overlord, which is just a fucking skeleton.
I don't like this.
I gotta go chuckle out of it. You know I would.
I'm not enjoying this conversation we're having right now.
Why?
This is a net negative on my life. Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Episode 7. Goblins are nice people.
So the village, they say, they go there again, and they just they summon goblins to help, and it's like, wow, they're just kind of nice people, aren't they? Because everyone's initial instinct was like, alright, we gotta kill the fucking goblins before they take over the village. It's like, they're just trying to help out, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah.
how political.
I mean, they were under mind control, I think.
Oh.
I think. It didn't really go into much deep. Fuck, I guess so.
Steven, you're so bad.
Yeah. Child!
Oh yeah, right, we made it here before. He figured it out.
So they go to the village, and the guy that they're working for, he kind of figures out, like, wow, there's just this busted-ass machine that showed up here randomly, and then a busted-ass warrior randomly showed up. You're the same guy, aren't you? It's like, yeah, wow. I honestly didn't expect anyone to figure it out, because most of the time they're fucking idiots.
Look at this absolute unit.
Yeah.
Come on, Steve.
No, that was planned.
Okay. Yeah, sure, Steve.
I used my shield.
It's always planned, isn't it? Oh, wait, that was it for
Yeah.
that point. Okay, Wise King of the Forest.
Alright, so they find out that there's, like, they're gathering herbs, and they're like, okay, we gotta go to this forest, but be careful, there's a wise king of the forest, and he can literally kill us all. So the main character's like, well, I'm gonna go kill that. So he goes into the forest, and what ends up happening is they find it, and it's like, it's a fucking hamster. And
it's the new Overwatch hero.
Yeah, and everyone's just like, it's a fucking hamster! Kill it!
Oh my god, it's the beast.
Yeah. That's really what everyone is like overreacting to, is like, oh my god, that thing can kill us all. Ooh, give me some health, Chloe. That's fine.
Did your healing heal too?
I have no idea. I'm not paying attention to that. So yeah, so he's just really disappointed in this whole scenario, like, So, like, the thing I have to kill is a fucking hamster.
Ah, okay, that was a good one, though. That was a good try.
Yeah, I'm getting good again. Took me a while. So eventually he convinces to join, and he's like, well, I just got a giant hamster that I ride around with. This is really embarrassing. Everyone else is in awe. Next one.
Episode 8, Crazy Lady.
So there's a plot going on where Crazy Lady is just going around murdering people, and her thing is she really wants to find the guy that he's working for, so she can have him wear a bracelet because the guy can do that.
What?
There's some magic abilities that some people have, and his ability is he can wear any magic item.
Oh, so the bracelet's magic.
Yes.
Okay.
And it can control the undead, and she's like, nice.
Yeah, okay, sounds much better than it just being like a friendship bracelet that he wanted him to wear. He can do that. I know it's hard to believe, but this man can wear a bracelet.
Yeah. So what happens is they build it up for a bit, and eventually, while the main character is going to the guild to register his new hamster, because he has to do that, the rest of his party and the client go to his house, and the other adventurers just die.
Oh, fuck.
Because they're fucking shits here. I say people that like them, they weren't powerful.
Oh my god, this is bad, Steven.
Yeah, that's fine.
Revenge.
So the main character is plays this out like, I need to get revenge for my party members, and he's like, I don't fucking care. Like, if I kill this chick, like, my rep will go up. Because that's all he cares about right now.
All about that sweet, sweet rep bonus.
Yeah. Anything else for that episode?
No. 1 second.
Oh yeah, he also forces the client's grandmother to pay him to save him. It's like, yeah, give me literally everything you fucking own.
Yeah, it's okay. Sounds about reasonable.
Yeah.
Episode 9. Fight. 2 dragons, Crazy Lady.
Alright, so the main character has to fight the Crazy Lady, and he has one of his servants with him. So, you know, for better party distribution or some shit. I don't know why she was there. So it's like, okay, so I'll take out the warrior because I'm the warrior, and you take out the necromancer because in our world, or in our fakeness, you're the mage and I'm the warrior, even though they're the opposite, and they just don't want to be too busted, just in case.
Right.
So the lady is fighting the guy, and he summons the dragon. And he's like, "Wow, you're able to stop one dragon, but can you stop 2?" Wow, is that area up there like completely safe? No.
Revolt.
Oh wait, hold on. And then the main character fights Crazy Lady, and he's like, "Well, I'm not going to fight you seriously." And gets at the very end, he's like, "Just so you know, I'm a fucking magician."
What?
Like he's a wizard. That's his class. He's not a good warrior.
Okay. Oh my god, I hate that attack where she flies across stage and then goes right up.
Yeah, I need to just dodge that one. Just normally I'm a little too greedy. But yeah, so and at the end of it all, he just bear hugs her to death, like very slowly.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So at the end of after the credits for this episode, they show a short scene where it's like, oh yeah, someone called me to tell me something. So then he's like, well, I should probably figure out what the shit that is. And just at the end, it's like, yeah, the vampire lady revolted against us. And it takes him like a full 10 seconds before he goes, huh? Like he's just completely shocked at the whole scenario.
I would like 10 seconds of awkward silence, and then he just goes like, what? And then the credits roll.
Well, the credits already rolled.
Oh. Episode 10, man.
They just go through the thing for the lady. I'm like, I don't care for her.
Cool.
It just is, she went around killing people and trying to find strong warriors so the main character could turn them into undead. And just eventually she gets attacked by the Kirk. She gets attacked by the Kirk, and they use mind control on her, but it doesn't go through completely because she kind of kills the person before it goes through all the way. So she's just kind of in the middle of a wasteland.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it for that episode, which I was like, meh.
Alright, episode 11, Hunting Party.
Alright, so the main character is as a warrior, is called to the guild, which is like, alright, we gotta deal with this vampire. So they get all of them together, and he's like, yeah, make me the fucking highest rank, and I'll deal with this shit. And one guy's like, no, I'm going with you. He's like, if you go, you will literally die. So what ends up happening is he goes with him, and then the guy kills him.
Literally dies.
Yeah. He's like, well, it's like, you're a fucking monster. Like, yeah, I told you not to come. Now we're going to turn you into undead. One of my guardians will just kill you now, because, they need the XP. So he just has, the cute elf trap. Yeah, there's a trap. There's a trap, and he just has him bash him over the head with a fucking stick.
Oh.
So yeah, he's just dead.
All right, treasury.
So in this point, it's like, okay, I need to get all my loot together to fight this guy. So he has to go to a treasury, where he also has a mausoleum of all his deceased friends. As in, they just kind of stopped playing the game.
All my dead-ass friends over here.
Yeah, so he has to go there, and he has to talk to the treasurer, Pandora, who he made, and he's ashamed of making, because he made him into kind of a loser. Like a very military fanatic guy who always salutes and talks in German randomly.
Oh, great.
And he has to bring over to us like, please, can you just like stop? But sir, it's in my programming. Can you just please, for me, I literally made you. Yeah, so eventually he gets like all of his former friends' ultimate gear so he can be ultimate.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Next one.
Episode 12, fight.
There's a long fight where they spend like 30 seconds before the fight just having him putting on all his buffs. Like greater shield, minor greater shield, life, detect life, and all that for 30 fucking seconds.
Minor detect life, greater detect life, detect no life. Oh, hey, it's you.
Shield,
And he points
magic
the camera.
shield, strength up, magic up, luck up, and just all the fucking shit you can think of.
Yeah, magic strength up.
Yeah, so eventually it just turns into a long fight where he has to fight her, and it ends up being, eventually, which I think it says for the next point, friendly fire.
Yeah.
He gets him down really low, but since she's a vampire, she can steal life from people. So she summons a horde of monsters and just fucking kills them.
Oh.
He's like, well, that's actually, smart of you. I wasn't expecting that from the show. But yeah, eventually it just goes on like that, and eventually the main character wins because he's super awesome, and he used like 20 what they call world item gears, which can only be used once.
Okay.
Alright, so next.
Episode 13, finished.
They finished the fight.
Alright, cool.
I think that was what that one was.
Rezzed.
Alright, so the guy's like, okay, well, it's time for me to res the vampire. It's going to cost me 500 million gold, which just melts. So that just kind of happens.
Okay.
And then I think there's one final talking point.
Lizard.
Alright, so at the very end of the final episode, they're like, okay, you can only make undead humans up to level 40, right? So maybe we should try getting someone else. Like, there's a bunch of lizard people. That moved for 2 for some reason.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was saying. It seems like for some reason it's healing you for 2 sometimes.
I'm not really sure why. That'd probably be good to find out. Oh, that was a nice help.
Yeah. Might be actually very helpful to find out.
I did good. That was
Okay.
I can heal quickly once. Oh, damn it, that was perfect. But yeah, so, Lizardman. So it's just like, yeah, let's go fight the fucking Lizardman in Season 2.
And then he looks at the camera. Da-da-da-da-da. Credits roll.
Credits roll to the song, which I didn't really care for.
Alright, so how was it then?
I thought it was good. It's just, okay, I didn't care for the fights because they had the problem which I kind of had with some fights where it's just, yeah, it's all over the top and all, which I like, but it wasn't funny, and we didn't have, like, enough info to... Fuck, my shield's gone. In fact, my life's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you look to be doing a lot worse than that. There you go.
Yeah, so I give it a high 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really... I thought it was fine, it's just, I didn't care for the fights, I liked the world building more.
Okay.
Like, oh yeah, dude. Like, we're just discovering the world, and that's the entire point of the show, is just him slowly figuring out more, because that's the one thing he doesn't have is info.
Okay.
So anyway, next time, I'm going to keep finding this guy.
Yeah.
This time, I'm going to focus a little bit more.
Went fucking great.
Thank you
All
all
right,
so much
everyone.
for watching.
Yeah, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.